All right, hey everybody, welcome to episode 8 of Dance of the Dragon Knights. How's everybody doing today? Early on a Saturday morning for me, but you know.
Fan freaking tastic. How about you?
It's pretty good.
Fantabulous.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm doing pretty good. Let's see what everybody's been up to. Let's start with Firebug. How you doing, man? What you been up to this past week?
Just streaming my butt off. Remember, I'm 7 days a week, baby.
Yeah, man, I'm jealous. I wish I could do 7 days a week. You have no idea. What you been playing?
And I can't wait till you all are retired like I am. It's fucking amazing. But I've been playing some ESO. I've been doing what else have I been doing? 7 Days to Die. Actually,
Ooh,
I've had some crappy internet problems the last 3, and I've actually been streaming from my phone.
really?
But just so you all know out there, every once in a while, if you might have some internet issues, run Glary Utilities, run CC Cleaner, and run Malwarebytes, and 9 times out of 10 it clears it all up. I just keep forgetting, so I've been streaming from my phone for the last 4 days.
Wow.
But it's all fixed now.
That's awesome. Like, what's your data usage looking like on that? I couldn't imagine. Must be like many gigabytes.
Last month I used 1.7 terabits.
Jesus. On your phone?
Yep.
Wow, dude. You got that unlimited plan going on or what?
Yay for unlimited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You guys, I love my cell phone provider. I don't know if you want me to promote anything here, but I freaking love my cell phone.
Hey man, if you love them, go for it. I don't care.
T-Mobile, people.
T-Mobile, really?
Freaking mobile.
Wow. That is nuts. How much do you pay a month for
Yeah.
your cell phone plan?
I just paid off 2 phones, and for 4 lines of unlimited data and all that good stuff, it's 145.
Considering how much data you use, that is a bargain. Wow. Wow, that is awesome.
Yes, and I keep up with T-Mobile. They are actually gonna come out with the first, mobile, um, real solution for home internet for people like me that live out in the sticks. They're actually gonna build an infrastructure, for real service, not just off of phone tethering and hotspot.
That's awesome. Yeah, because my parents live way out in the boonies and they don't get any internet lines out there. They can only use like 4G or 3G even, and that would be amazing for them.
Oh yeah. T-Mobile's on the forefront of cellular communications, especially now that they're acquiring.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, my parents were bragging to me the other day. They called me up and like, "Hey Dave, we got satellite internet. We get like
Yeah, I know, he's
1
banded
megabyte
mine.
down." I'm like, "Oh Jesus." Oh man. I mean, congrats guys. That's awesome.
Welcome to the 19th century.
I know, right? Man, come on, United States, get that shit together. That's crazy. Dude, that's awesome. And you like 7 Days to Die a lot? That's been pretty popular, consistently popular.
Oh yeah, 7 days is awesome. I wish I could play it more often.
Yeah,
But the way I have my schedule set, I only play it 1 day a week.
cool.
And plus, we're going to start rotating Conan on that day.
Conan?
Yeah, Conan Exiles.
Oh, interesting. Cool, man. Cool. That's awesome, dude. Awesome. Curly, what you been up to this past week?
Not a lot. I actually haven't been streaming as much as I normally would. Kind of took a break to recharge, get some stream stuff going. But yeah, no. Got into Sims 4 again.
Sorry, what?
I'm back into Sims 4.
4?
Sims 4.
Oh, Sims 4. I'm like, holy shit, Spore?
Yeah.
That's like a blast from the past. Sims 4. Okay, cool. How's that been treating you?
Good. You jumped on the free train?
Mm-hmm.
No, I already had it before, so I
Yeah,
know I I you paid upset that for it's it. free now? No, not overly. Okay. I think it's good. I'm not bitter about it. I'm like, yay, free games for everybody.
right? You paid for the convenience of having it early before it was free, right?
Exactly. So I got something out of it.
Yeah. You do a lot of modding for The Sims, or do you just like playing it as is?
Yes. No, I've got a lot of mods for it.
What's-
So many. It's not worth it if you don't
530?
have mods.
Yeah.
About 1,000 odd.
Holy Nikes. Wow.
Oh,
But
I
I
was
mean,
just
with
kidding. You really
Sims,
have 1,000 mods for Sims?
well, yeah, but like you need to remember it's like clothes and hair, and there's like a lot more that you can mod in Sims.
I'm like an
NSFW mod?
amateur.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I have a naughty mod.
I've, I've heard rumors about that.
It's pretty fun. Not gonna lie.
Just so you know, we lost Mike's video. I don't know if we lost his audio.
Man.
My
Okay.
audio just came back. I gotta
You're in the wrong
I
spot
gotta
now
exit
again.
and come back in. Give me 1 sec. Or actually, I'll see if I can do it without doing that.
Around now again. God, Mike. Jeez.
I don't know why it's not working though. Like,
There you go.
I was happy being Carl for a second.
You know, you do you. You do you. That's cool. I can't believe you got over 1,000 mods on that. That is nuts.
there we go.
What'd you do? Like turn people into pumpkins or something? Is that also
No,
one of the
they're
mods?
so basic. Like they're just.
Okay.
It's just. It would be more like custom content, I guess, would be a better word for it.
Okay, gotcha. So
And
like
then
somebody makes like
some mod.
a clothes pack or something that's considered a mod. Interesting. Okay, cool. What are you planning on playing this coming week?
Sims.
Really? So you've given up
Yeah.
on Fortnite, like in general?
Well, I don't stream Fortnite anyway. I go on, do the challenges, and get some really sick shots while I do it, and then that's it.
Yeah. I don't remember you, or I remember you fairly regularly playing Fortnite. What happened? Was it
Yeah.
the season or?
No, I just got really bored of it. Was no longer a battle royale game, and it's not. It's a building game, and
That's
I
true.
don't build, so I was just like, it's pointless. And then it was the same time I switched over to Realm, and I was just Realm was so much more enjoyable for me. So
Yeah,
and I was good at it too.
that's really
So
interesting.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I think you have a great point there. Realm could be a pretty heavy contender in that ballpark.
Mm,
Do you play any Apex, Curly?
yes, but I don't like it.
Really, I am not anywhere close to a battle royale person, but I freaking love it.
I think it's the same kind of thing as like PUBG and Blackout. I just don't really like the graphics and the mechanics behind it.
Mm,
I get why people like it. I really do. And it's such a different battle royale game, but it's just not my type.
yeah, it's much more fast paced than the other ones. That's for sure. Realm is kind of slower and more tactical. I think. Apex is definitely a go adrenaline junkies type game.
Yeah, I kind of like how you have classes, and I know you've got classes in Apex, but
Mhm,
in Realm, it's like kind of tank healer kind of situation setup,
mhm.
which I love.
Yeah, more traditional class system. Cool. That's interesting. I'm right there with you. Fortnite is kind of fun. I enjoy that they got rid of the pump shotties personally because those were always an issue for me. But yeah, just like you said, building is a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah,
The
it's
skill gap between me, who is pretty average or maybe above average, and the people who can build really well is huge.
yeah, it's insane.
Cool. All right, Matt, what you been up to, buddy? Actually playing Skyrim.
Actually playing Skyrim instead
Like-
of actually modding it. Yeah, we got all the mods straight through. Some of you guys have come through and seen what it is. So I'm super proud that it's crazy, just amazingly beautiful, and it runs smooth. My computer hasn't exploded yet, which is great.
Yeah.
So after doing that, I played for a little bit, and then I got introduced to Paladins.
Yeah.
I've been playing Paladins for the last couple nights and absolutely loving it. It's so
Dude.
much fun because I love Overwatch, and
Yeah.
I can actually be good at Paladins because it's kind of like the minor leagues to Overwatch.
Man,
So-
Paladins. I played Paladins for the first time not too long ago too, and I was so incredibly surprised at how good it is.
Yeah, it's very, very fluid. It's good. It's actually, you actually have a chance. It's not as crazy and chaotic and rage inducing as Overwatch is because when you shoot things, you actually hit them.
Yeah, and you don't have random divas dropping their ultimate on your face and wiping out
Exactly.
your entire team. Yeah.
Yep, but super fun. So I was playing, Arbert stopped by last night and he was saying he liked to play it too, so we might want to get a whole iMixer thing going with that.
Hell yeah, buddy. That would be amazing. Again, a good team. Or
Yeah.
at least a team. It doesn't have to be good.
Just you don't have to be good in that game. Yeah, it's you're either rolling people or you're getting rolled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like 1 or 2 games that I felt that were decent, but mostly just I play with 2 of my friends that are decent battle royale players and good at Overwatch, and we just the 3 just didn't die for like.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I'm
Yeah.
glad to hear more people playing Paladins. And honestly, with the success, like the resurgence of popularity with Dauntless, I think that definitely proves that cross-platform is the way to go these days.
Absolutely, a lot of fun with it. And a lot of people
100%.
coming in from different stuff. What's even cooler is you get the mixture loot points and you can get the custom skins through. So that's very cool
Oh yeah,
as well.
that's right. Yeah, the Mixer custom skins, really cool, man. Yeah, we'll definitely have to get a group together to play. I forget
Yep.
who I played with last time, but man, we owned it. Though I think most of the matches we were playing were against bots early on. It was hard to
Yeah.
tell. That's cool, man. That's really cool. Mike, what you up to, man? What you been up to?
Charity drive, pretty much.
Yeah. How's
Rocking that.
How's that going?
Good. Last I checked, we were just over. I think we were just a little over $700.
Cool. How much time is left?
Till tomorrow night is the last. Till midnight tomorrow night.
And the goal is to go to 1,000, right?
Well, the goal was 3,000 because I know when we did the 48-hour, we broke 1,000 no problem.
Mhm.
So I figured we'd do well, but I guess it's that time of the year when people are not donating as much.
Hmm.
Everyone's
Interesting.
getting ready for summer, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm happy with where we are so far. Any little bit is better than nothing.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. What you been playing?
Mostly Minecraft, to be honest with you. I've just been grinding. Oh, well, I did a little bit of Blackout last night and a lot of Uno. Been crushing Uno.
Whoa, Uno?
Yeah.
It's just
That was fun to watch. That was
Online
really
Uno?
fun to watch, actually. Yeah, I never thought it would be fun, but it was.
what?
I know, right? I always laughed when I watched like Michelle and Mosey play it every night, and I'm like, oh, you guys are playing Uno, and now I'm like addicted to it. It's like in the stream tradition now.
My God. Really? That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
It's like really competitive and crazy to watch them play. It's hilarious.
Well, you should have seen us last night. We didn't get to finish the game because I had to pass off to Nova Rift,
Mhm.
and the game was so tight knit. Like it was just like we were all like 20 points behind each other. And as soon as we ended the stream, everyone's like, no one's going to bed, right? No, we're gonna finish this tonight. We're like, okay, let's do this. We were up till I think like 2:30 in the morning trying to finish the game.
Wow, dude. That's amazing.
Hardcore online Uno. That's where it's at.
You're
Oh my
right.
God.
Wait till we break out the Monopoly.
I
Oh
want to
man.
see the battle royale edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Tetris 99, but with Uno.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, dude, Monopoly. Oof. Oof. Monopoly is where you make enemies. Better watch
That's
out
true,
on that
yeah.
one.
No friends. We'd have no friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we were saying. Like, oh, the next community game night for iMixer is going to be Monopoly, and then Henley's going to ban and disband the whole community over it because we're going to bankrupt her.
Yeah, no joke. No joke. Dude, I don't know how much Monopoly you played as a kid, but I played a decent amount, and my bro, he was always more conservative than I was. I would go around, and every place that I would land, if I could buy it, I would buy it, right? So that's generally how you play and win the game. You just buy everything as soon as you land on it, and eventually you'll wear out the other guys. Oh, my brother, he would get so angry at me.
That's what you got to do. That's how we play too. We just as soon as you land on it, you buy it as
Yeah.
long as you have the money.
Yeah, my bro is always like, well, what if I land on these rental properties on the other side of the board? Then I'll not have enough money. Like, I mean, that's a valid concern, but you just got to go for it. You got to get as much as you can, as quick as you can. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh man, it was always an interesting time. Uno, man, I'm gonna have to look into that. That is interesting.
Yeah,
It's
we
only
definitely
like
got to get
10
Uno.
It's like $10 Canadian, so it's probably even less for you. But it was on sale 2 weeks ago. It was like 50% off. So I bought that, Monopoly, a couple other board
Oh my
games.
god, it's on Steam. Yep, just $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never watched anybody play Uno online except for Mike, though. Then I was like,
That's
this is
amazing. Oh my
stupidly
God.
fun. My brother and I, we played it tons when we were kids.
Oh my god, it's
Oh,
even got
man.
little graphics and effects for
Oh, yeah.
the cards. This
It's
is
really
amazing.
well done.
This is like Magic the Gathering Uno edition.
Yeah, I was thinking it's like Wizards of the Coast did it.
Yeah.
Awesome. People get divorced over Monopoly. Yes, Monopoly and Mario Kart. Goddamn blue shell. All right, dudes, ready to get the session going?
Yep.
Hell
Do it.
yeah.
Okay. All right,
Rock it.
so we'll start with a little recap, then we'll talk about goals. So last time you guys had a discussion. Kyorl had a discussion with your matriarch. Your matriarch called you into her office, I suppose you could say, and she talked to you a little bit about the state of affairs and asked for your help. And maybe, much to her surprise, you seem pretty eager to go with it, to say, yes, of course, I'll help you out. She, of course, being the dignified noble that she is, didn't really let on, but maybe, it was a little bit unexpected. So that was cool. Then you guys
I said I would let her know.
You would let her know. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, you didn't say yes. You didn't commit, but you seemed eager enough in your conversation with her that maybe she thinks you'll come around.
Maybe.
Let's see. Then you had a discussion with the General Latsk, and he introduced you to a little gnome dude called Pimpkin. He seemed flamboyant and kind of annoying. He's on a mission to find his wife, who was at a small mining town called Coalfell. And Coalfell is very far to the northeast of Aganoth, as in right on the border between Aganoth and the neighboring kingdom of Egalan. So you guys with Pimpkin headed off. You traveled for several days, and then you got to the what is it? The Windy Ash Woods. And once you got there, you found out that there was something weird going on. The road that usually goes through the Windy Ash Woods to Coalfell seemed to wither and disappear inside of the forest. And you had Dalen do some detect magic, and you realized that there was something odd going on here. Like, detect magic determined there was some magical residue around where the path used to be, and that the forest was growing way too fast of some sort, or growing way too fast. It shouldn't have grown over the path like it did. But our intrepid adventurers, after some discussion, decided to continue on. And continue on you did. And eventually, you were starting to get a little turned around, and you found a path that led to a small pond. And as you settled down for the night, who was awake when you got attacked by centipedes? Was it
I was.
Kimberly? All right, so Kimberly was awake. I thought so. And
My watch again.
yes, again. You just have bad luck, I guess. And you figured out that there was a bunch of centipedes that came out and tried to eat you guys. So you guys fought them off. A couple of you took some pretty bad wounds. I think who got injured? Kimberly,
Me.
and Pimpkin, I think, were a little bit damaged.
I was hiding in a tree.
Yeah, you were hiding in a tree.
Yes.
That's right.
Carl abandoned us up a tree.
I was trying to get the higher ground.
So yeah, essentially we'll pick up right where we left off. The centipedes have just been vanquished, and you're like lowering your weapons. You're looking around for more enemies. There's like centipede goop splattered on your weapons and your clothes and on the ground.
Tasty.
Yeah, let's talk about goals. Let me get to the goals section here real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, Kyorl, you have 3. Help slay a dragon. Learn one thing about each party member, and then get back in the good graces of my house. What do you think? You want to keep those? You want to switch them?
No, I'll keep those for now.
Okay. Doran, you have collect 2 gems, find out what the F is up with Celeste, and find out what happened to Zayla.
Let's replace Celeste and Zayla with find out what the F is up with the forest.
Okay. Uh-huh.
and find more information about little Pimpkin and how he could fight so well.
Okay.
Because he basically saved our butts.
Yeah, Pimpkin, the small, unassuming, overcompensating, one could say, gnome, managed to blow up several of these centipedes. Kimberly, you have make a better friend of Doran. You have a blank, and then you have find out more about Celeste.
Let's fill the blank with find our way out of the forest, and switch the Celeste one with find out why the forest grew so quickly.
Okay. Okay. Dalen, you have a blank. Then you have make a better friend of Kimberly, and then you have be less suspicious of everybody.
Let's take the blank, and I want to track down the magical dastardly deeds behind this forest.
Okay. So find out what's going on with the forest. All right. And then you're keeping the other two?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Kiorl, you have learned one thing about each party member. What have you learned about the other party members so far? Like, which ones can we cross off this list?
I learned why Doran joined the academy, I believe is what it was.
Okay.
I think it was me and you that talked, right, Doran?
I don't know. Nobody really knows why I'm there yet.
No, I think it was Dalen.
It was Dalen, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we
Okay,
haven't
so-
touched on that yet.
I talked to.
There's
was
something
that in-
else you know now, Mike, after our private conversation, but that hasn't come up in game yet.
Yeah, that hasn't come up in game yet.
Okay.
No,
I think it was
yeah, Carol
think it
worked
was-
with someone whenever
Yeah.
we were with Pinkins and talked.
I think it was Doran.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it
Thank you for
wasn't
the
why
reminder.
you joined, but
Cameras are foobar. You're right about that. Change everything up because Mike messed it up. Mike.
hey, me. Mike shave. Mike will never shave.
There you go. There you go. Everybody's in the right spot now. Boom. Got it. Okay, great.
I thought it was Doran I talked to on the way back.
What do we
Or in
find
the
out?
woods.
Was it me? I don't remember. I'm sorry, guys. That's just part of my head games I got going on.
I don't remember either. What do you remember? What the conversation was about? Maybe.
Yeah, I asked them what brought them to the academy.
I don't remember that
definitely
conversation.
was not me.
Yeah, I
I'm
think it was.
so sure it was Dalen because
I think it was
Dalen
Dalen
was
too,
so
yeah.
close
Okay.
to Carol.
Yeah.
All right. I'll.
Okay.
I don't think it was in depth, but I think it
Yeah, it
was like
wasn't in
very
depth.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah. I said I wanted to proselytize.
You wanted to what?
Yeah, it cut out there. It
Proselytize,
sounded like he said something to
Spread-
do with a
Spread
prostitute.
the word of my God that I haven't picked.
Yeah, so he
Proselytize.
said you wanted a prostitute.
The god of prostitution.
The word for it.
Well then, that's a different sort of worship. I'm sure there's a god of prostitution.
Supposed to collect donations, not give
Actually
them.
the word, people. Pull your head out of the gutters.
That's the best place for it to be, though. Okay. All right. So now that we have that out of the way, imagine with me for a second this forest. It's dense. It's dark. It's even darker because it's nighttime. Then the sound of crickets and wildlife have ceased in their entirety and have given way to a light breeze that is blowing through the trees. Somehow, from somewhere, rustling the top of the branches and the leaves far, far above you. You look up, and all you can see is a canopy of it wouldn't be green anymore at this point of night, so it would be like a dark blue or green color. The centipedes have just been dispatched. Some of them laying cut in half in the pool of water. Some of them speared through and oozing this yellow like pus from their like bloated centipedal bodies. Some of them even have their little legs twitching still, and their mandibles opening and closing ineffectually. This yellowish, goopy Centipede blood is sprayed on the ground and on your weapons. It's probably like on your clothes and stuff. And we move away from you for a bit. We see, we hear a slight rustle in the undergrowth, the bushes and stuff that cling to the sides of the trees, drinking up its water, trying to get any hint of sunlight that breaks through the forest canopy above. And we see we hear a slight creak, and we see a hooded figure, and this individual we're seeing from his behind him, and he's looking into the clearing you guys are. You're probably at this point like wiping down your weapons and like trying to clean off your tunics, maybe talking a little bit amongst yourselves. We can hear Pimkin's voice, but not the words that he's saying. This individual is looking out from behind a bush and makes a hand gesture and looks to their right, and we see another glint in the darkness underneath the canopy, and we can hear a creak and a bit of a wood on wood sound. And we've heard this before. It's the sound that Kimberly makes when she fires her bow. And suddenly, from your perspective, the camera switches around, and as you're cleaning up everything and doing everything after battle, we see one of these figures emerge from the underbrush, and they call across to you, says, "Hail, travelers!" And his voice echoes amongst the trees and the canopy. What do each of you do?
I grab my weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
same.
put my hand on my mace hilt.
Jump to my feet, ready my axes. Who goes?
Like, now, travelers. There's no need for that, please. Keep your weapons where they are. You need to come with me.
And who are you?
Like, let's just say I'm a friend. And he gestures to his sides, and you can see half hidden in the bushes behind him now another shadowy figure, and you swear you can see a bow that's drawn, the arrow knocked back, put in your direction. Like, we don't have time to talk. Come with me.
If you're a friend, why do you have a weapon readied on us?
I'll explain it later. Just trust me for now.
Do we have any choice in the matter?
And this individual has a greenish cloak on, black clothes underneath, and he also is carrying a bow with a quiver of arrows, though he doesn't have them drawn. And he shakes his head and he says, "No, you do not, I suppose." And you can hear kind of around you more rustling, and you look to your left and your right, and you see more shadowy figures in the undergrowth encroaching on your position. So you may fight if you want. I don't know how much good it will do you.
Then let your arrows fly and we'll see.
Now. We don't wish to injure you. Simply.
Internally, I'm thinking, no, we should go with them. I have 10 health. I can't afford to die right now.
Can we do an insight roll?
Sure. Yeah, you can do an insight roll. 19. He seems to be sincere, Kyorl. Dalen with a 15. Yeah, you think he's telling the truth. It's harder to tell. With a 15. Kimberly has no effing idea if he's telling the truth or not.
Nope. Can't even see the guy who's talking.
She's dying.
What?
Yeah, it's
Just bleeding out at the side.
She's looking the other direction.
And yeah.
I guess kind of whispering underneath our breath, underneath my breath, I guess. What do you guys think we should do?
I say we fight.
This individual says, I need you to lay down your arms. We will collect them and bring them with us. We're going to take you to our camp. and he steps step forward and he gestures to the side, and one of the individuals on the side like comes out and he undraws his bow and he starts walking towards you slowly, and he takes a sack from his belt and he like starts approaching with it.
I'm too injured to fight.
If we go with you, we keep our weapons.
And he shakes his head and he's like, we do not trust outsiders, and you are no exception.
Then you'll understand where we come from, as you are an outsider here. Let us keep our weapons as you have yours. Your word has to be good, so should ours.
Give me a persuasion check.
All of us are just
That's him. 3.
God damn it.
Underneath his hood, his shadowy
So
hood,
unconvincing.
he shakes his head. He's like, no, little dwarf. We patrol these woods, and it is a dangerous time here, as I'm sure you've seen. We do not yet know who or what you are. If we can trust what you say or not. There's been many strange things here. Please, lay down your arms. We'll take you back to our camp. We'll decide what to do with you there.
But why should we trust what you say?
And he gestures, and from around you, seemingly, you hear more motion, and you look, and you guys are veritably surrounded by individuals with bows drawn in your direction.
Ah, damn.
Yes. You do not have much of a choice. Time is short. Come now.
I just stare at him, slowly lower my axe. Seems you had us at a disadvantage.
Aye. You made quite a ruckus. You see these here? And he gestures to the insects at your feet. More are likely to come. Now hurry.
I screamed
fly.
Leroy Jenkins, and no, I'm just joking.
Leroy Jenkins.
Sorry, Don. Dalen.
I throw down my bow for them to take. But they don't know about my hidden dagger. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, you can do a sleight of, let's see. Sleight of hand, I think, is something in
Easy.
this game.
Okay. It's
Easy
gonna
there,
be
10
bad,
HP.
though.
Yeah, easy there, 10 HP. Yeah. Yeah, do a
I'm
sleight of hand.
I'll do the same. I'll throw down my rapier and short bow, and I'll try sleight of hand to keep my daggers.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Whoop.
I have nowhere to hide my axes, so sorry.
18. That's pretty damn good. Okay. I'm
Is
making
it
a
good
note
enough to keep
here.
my daggers?
Okay. Yeah, so where do you hide it? It's like in your tunic somewhere?
Yeah, just down in my my boots, we'll say.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So we'll see if they find it. Yeah, what do you
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try hide mine.
what do you do, Dalen?
I just gently put down my weapons and look kind of resigned.
Mm-hmm. This
What's little
individual.
Pimpkin do?
What's that?
What's little Pimpkin doing?
Give me a perception check.
Oop, that's decent.
10. You take a look around. You don't see him.
Oh, great.
Little shit.
Hey, where's my perception at? Yeah,
It's a 4.
You got a 4.
You're staring at a tree, basically.
Oh no, that was deception he done.
Oh, that was deception.
no, that
Oh,
was
sorry.
perception. I'm looking for
Perception
my
is down lower, I think.
perception button.
Yeah, beside performance.
There you go. Yeah. If any of you are looking for Pimpkin, yeah, you look around. You don't see him. Not even you, Kyorl. And you have dark vision, so it'd be much easier for you to see him.
Because he left, the little shit. Well, I'm here bleeding out.
Where is perception? I'm sorry, guys.
And
It's just
skills.
between nature and performance.
Down towards the
So-
bottom of the left.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking for a button. Damn.
I believe the skills are listed alphabetically.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
Oh, they are too.
you got it. Yeah, so the cloak figure nods and he gestures to the person on your left, and that person walks up towards you very quietly. It's surprising how quietly he walks. He doesn't crunch the ground, he doesn't break any twigs or rustle leaves even, and they bend down and pick up your weapons and put them in a sack and hefts them over their shoulder, and he nods to the other individual, and he gestures like, now then, come along, we have a little ways to go. And the four of you follow, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, got no choice really.
So as
That's falling behind you.
So as you move out of the clearing, the individual you're following doesn't say anything to you unless you want to converse with him. The others that were with him fade into the woods. You can't see them to either side. They're very stealthy in their movements. Maybe they're not even following along. Who the hell knows? But it seems to be just you and your captor for the time being. And spirits, yeah. Before too long, maybe 10-20 minutes of walking through the dense forest later, you come upon a bit of a clearing. And when I say clearing, it's not a true clearing in the way that there's no trees. It's just like the trees that are growing here are not growing as close together, so there's actually some sky showing through the branches. And you come upon this camp and you see several tents set up inside this area of ruins. Doran, give me a history check. A 9. You take a look at the ruins, and due to your ancestry, you know that these are dwarven in nature, but you can't say anything more than that. They have dwarven runes carved on them. The craftsmanship of these ruins are good, even though they're fallen down. You can tell that they were made masterfully. The stones fit together very well. And he leads you into this section of ruins that they've made as their camp. And he gestures to one side. He's like, please, have a seat there. And as he gestures, you can see the others of his group coming in from the woods. There seems to be 7 others, and very quietly from generally the same direction they come out. And the one with the sack of your guys' equipment sets it down on one side of the camp, and yeah, what do you guys do?
All right, we followed you. Now it's time for you to talk.
And he nods and he pulls back his hood, and you can see it's an older I guess a man in his mid-30s. He has long black hair, black like scrubby facial features, or scrubby beard, and pretty severe facial features. And he nods and he says, yes, my name is Jaya Mug. What do you each go by?
They call me Dalen.
Kimley.
Doran.
Corel.
He nods and he says, from where do you hail?
I just look at the others suspiciously.
I don't say anything either.
Mm-hmm. You can see as you're talking, the other members of this encampment are moving towards the tents, getting out utensils to like sharpen their knives, cooking food, starting to talk, and even a couple are like playing games. It looks like they're going back to some sort of relaxed state. And Jaya nods. He says, don't want to say, huh? Well, that's fine. You have to understand.
Forgive our reluctance.
He nods. He's like, I certainly understand. If I were travelers in the middle of the woods, especially as they are now, and we're come under fire from ones such as us, I wouldn't trust me either. And he chuckles a little bit. And he
Then-
sits
then
down.
perhaps you would set our minds.
Says, we are known as the Windy Ash Outriders. We are a group of woodsmen led by an elf. Her name is Bree Riverfall. She is our illustrious leader, and we are the caretakers of this forest here. Have you noticed anything strange going on? And he raises an eyebrow at you.
Yes. Seems to have overgrown the path very quickly. Is that
Indeed.
your doing?
My doing? No. We don't know what caused it. That's why we are so cautious and so skeptical. We are normally not trusting of outsiders in general. We spend most of our lives deep in the woods here, but given recent events... And he just kind of shrugs.
And I pipe
Yeah.
up and say, I don't know if there's any magic users amongst you, but I have determined that something magical has happened back where it's been over.
He nods. He says, yes, that much we've determined ourselves. A couple weeks ago, some sort of... I don't know how to describe it. There was a light, a greenish red light that was flickering, and he gestures into the woods from the direction you guys came. There was a sound. I don't know what it was, but ever since then, the woods have been full of dangers. The centipedes are just one of many. The path seems to have just disappeared overnight. But I shouldn't be telling you this. And he lowers his voice. He's like, we need to wait for our
Why
leader to
shouldn't you
come
be
back.
telling us this?
Says, because it's not my place.
Whose place is it?
Our leader, Bree Riverfall. She's not here yet, at the moment. She went out ranging. She'll be back in a couple days, but it is her that you need to talk to, not me.
Did you see what happened to the little fellow that was with us?
He arches an eyebrow and narrows his eyes at you. He's like, I'm sorry, little fellow?
And I kind of cough under my breath. Yeah, it was a little corgi puppy. Did you see the corgi puppy?
Give me a deception check, Dalen. Oh, that's not very good.
Maybe it was a calico kitty.
He just nods slowly. He's like, yes, puppy or kitty. And he gives a whistle over it. And somebody comes up to him quickly. He leans over and has a whispered conversation with them. They nod. He nods, and they head out of the camp into the woods again. He returns his attention
damn
to
it,
you.
Carol.
He says, I saw how you dispatched the centipedes. That was well done.
Yes, we are mighty warriors.
Indeed.
Do you know who we are?
Hear me roar.
Do you know who we are? No. He looks over his shoulder at the others. He gives a sigh. And he's like, well then, I suppose there's nothing more we can do except for wait for Bree. I apologize. We have to he gestures beside you, and you can see laying up against the wall there's a series of manacles.
God damn it. Well, I
How
have
many-
one request before I get tied up. Do you have any bandages or anything to stop me from bleeding out right now? Because I'm still damaged.
I'll take care of you, Kimley. Or, yeah, Kimley.
No, Dalen, let our gracious host tend to her wounds if he truly means us no harm.
He nods. He says, "I'll be right back. I'll be getting some of our healing equipment." And he gets up from his hunkered state, and
Now we
walks
run,
back into the
quick, go!
camp.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, you take a look around the camp real quick, and it seems to be a pretty simple affair. These people have white canvas tents that are pitched around a couple different bonfires. There's many people, more than you would expect in an encampment like this. You see the 7 that came with you before, and a couple more around the perimeter. You see a few more that are walking the perimeter, bows in hand, looking out into the woods, seemingly on watch. And do you guys do anything while he's gone?
Maybe talk. Talk low under breath, of course, so no one around can hear. Are we really gonna let him chain us up here, guys?
There's no way he's tied
Do
to
we
me.
have any
choice, Carl.
choice?
We'll see.
Guess we
I
really
think
don't
it'll
wanna-
be in our benefit as well to stay and talk to the spree if they also don't know what's going on with the forest. We can try and get some answers as well.
And what of Pimpkin? When did Pimpkin sneak off on us?
I'm sure they'll tell us when they find
Carl,
him.
shh.
Sorry, Dalen. I'm just trying to figure out where he went, how they did not see him.
Well, he's a
That's our
sorcerer.
only hope.
That is true. I guess we'll have to give in to our gracious hosts.
We shall see. When he gets back, we'll talk more. But there's no way he's tying us up.
Everybody, let's see. Give me a perception check, everybody.
God damn it. Can Kimberly just die? She's what the hell?
Okay. So all of you are surprised by this. So everybody, give me a charisma saving throw. It'll be a DC 12.
Do I do that? Do I just click on charisma?
It would be at the top where it says saving throws. Click on charisma.
Oh, okay.
So Dalen and Kyorl are fine. Dorn is not, which is
Sorry,
to be
Dorn.
expected.
We'll come
And
back for you.
Kimberly is fine. Okay. So Dorn has trouble keeping his surprise and partially fright concealed. So I think Doran, you in particular, like, oh, a little bit, as a voice from very near to you guys just starts speaking like, I'm right here, don't worry.
Fucking Pimpkin.
Pimpkin?
Pimpkin, is that you?
He's like, yeah, shh, quiet.
All right. Sorry.
I'm invisible. I can keep this up for some time. I'm pretty sure I can get you guys out of here.
Well, what are you waiting for? Go.
I can't do it now. There's watchers.
Well, what about if we're tied up?
I don't you have like lockpicks or something?
Yes, I do.
You're a sneaky type, right? Okay. So if they manacle you, we can wait until they're sleeping and there's fewer guards, or it's darker. And then I can help you unlock the manacles and then we can get out of here. What do you think?
I looked at each one in the
That
party and
sounds good.
sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, but
Shh,
say we
oh.
get out.
He's coming back. Hold up. And you can hear, because he's invisible, but he's not silent, so you can hear footsteps leading away, very small, quiet footsteps. And Jaya is on his way over again. So if you want to say something again, like, this will be the last chance you get.
Don't forget our weapons.
I don't want to say anything to Pimpkin, but I have questions for the others.
Yes.
So if you don't say anything, Jaya comes back over and he has some cloth, bandages, some herbs, and he says, now then, I believe this will help. And he kind of like awkwardly gives it to you.
Yeah, thanks.
So that's essentially what would be a healing potion. If you give me a nature check, DC 10 or medicine check rather.
Medicine.
And if somebody wants to help
Can
her,
can I help her?
yep. Okay, so she got a 14 anyways. That's fine. So it's essentially a 2d4 plus 2 worth of healing. You don't have to do a check to help her. You can just help her. Nah, it gives her advantage.
So what is it? Sorry.
You heal 9 points of damage. That's some good shit.
Okay.
Oh, you got
There we
it?
go. Yep.
Better. Okay.
Not Phil, but better than nothing.
So Jaya says, oh then, I'm sure you have more questions. Ask away. I'll answer what I can, but realize I'm not in charge here.
Do you know the way out of the forest?
He nods. He says, yeah, it's a footpath my group and I take to the northeast. And he gestures, and you can see now that he gestures towards it, a faint trail heading off into the woods. He says it's pretty dangerous now and leads through the heart of the forest where those centipede things are breeding and multiplying.
Where did the centipedes come from?
He shakes his head and he says, I don't know. Seemingly the same night of the weird lights, the centipedes arrived or were created, or maybe they were there the whole time and they just started being aggressive. We don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out here. Now, if you don't mind, what are the four of you doing here? Why were you coming to this forest? I know it's a throughway to Coalfell, but you were pretty far off track. Though he rubs his chin. He's like, I guess I can't blame you. The path isn't even there anymore.
Oh, that's exactly it. We were traveling through and lost our way. We couldn't find the pathway.
He nods. He says, where are you from? What are you going to this Coalfell for?
Again, you'll forgive our
It was on a
reluctance.
trip, just vacation.
Vacation to the miners.
He sighs and he's nods. He's like, all right. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine. That's fine. Just make sure you're forthcoming with Bree, okay? Bree Riverfall, she doesn't take any nonsense. Understand?
Well, neither do we, so...
Mike and Firebug flipped.
What's up?
Mike and Firebug flipped.
Oh,
Cam.
Jeez. How the heck did that happen?
I have no idea.
My Zoom just restarted for some reason.
Man,
Oh.
tech difficulties all over the place today. Bam, got it.
Carry on.
We're all just changing up the role play.
I know, right? Everybody's just taking over each other's
I
characters.
want to be Dalen, goddammit.
Sorry, Curly. You can't. You're locked in.
Damn.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he says, well, all right. It's time for us to get some rest. We'll be up bright and early tomorrow. Maybe Bree will be here tomorrow afternoon. Who knows? You can be out for several days at a time. If you're... And he picks up one of the manacles and he gestures like, do you mind? I'd rather not get aggressive.
Actually, I do mind. There's no way you're tying us. We came here, we followed you, we listened to your story. You seem to have a lot of power for someone not in charge.
Well, I guess you can say I'm second in command, though. The command structure here is really loose. So, Bree told
Well,
me
you
I
have
was
our
in charge
weapon.
while she was gone, and he shucks. This is where we're at.
Again,
I'm still injured, though. You wouldn't expect someone injured to be tied up, would you?
Listen, I don't know you very well. You barely know us. Can't expect me to just let strangers be free in the middle of our camp.
Well, you
Well, my
can't expect us
persuasion
just be
check
manacled in the middle of your
says the
camp.
same.
If I wanted to kill you, I would have already.
trust goes both ways and it's earned. We followed you. We believed you first. Give us this courtesy.
As well, we're not truly free roaming in the camp when clearly you have many folks walking the perimeter, as well as I suppose you have overnight watch as well. We will be watched at all times.
We're outnumbered. We're
You
outnumbered.
have our weapons.
You know the forest better than us. You have our weapons. We can do no harm as much as I'd like to be honest. Some of us are wounded. Let us rest.
Give me a persuade check, and you can have advantage, Doran, because everybody else is helping you out. 17, that's pretty good. 20,
Better.
even better. You got a crit. He frowns at you. He scowls. He's like, "All right, well, I don't normally do this, but he calls over a couple other people. He's like, hey, get over here. And they come and they have a conversation. And he says, these 4 are going to be our guests for tonight. Keep your eyes on them. Don't let them leave the camp. Bree Riverfall will want a conversation with them. And they both nod. And like, all right. And they look at you. They raise an eyebrow. And Jaya says, be mindful you don't fall asleep. Be mindful they stay put. If they need food or water, or if they need medical attention, you're welcome to give it to them. Though we've done what we can for now. He nods. He says, I'm getting some rest. He heads off. And the 2 that he called over sit nearby on an outcropping of the ruins. Just watching you, not saying anything.
How far are they from us that we be able to talk amongst ourselves?
Yeah,
Like
they're
hearing, or?
probably like 20 feet, 30 feet. Not too far.
So under talking low enough so only those are like Goblin and them can hear us, hear each other. So now what, guys? Now what do we do now?
Well,
I mean, even if we
Just
did
wait
want
and
to
see what
escape,
Pimpkin's got going.
do we know where to go?
sadly, we don't. As much as I hate
Yeah.
it, we might need them. He's right.
We
If
have
they
a
were going to kill us,
path,
we'd be dead
but
already.
he said, yeah, we have a path, but he said it was dangerous. We won't have our weapons. Can we really
We don't-
afford to fight more of those things?
We really don't know where it leads either. He could have lied there.
Exactly.
Sadly, we really don't have a choice but to talk to this Bree. If that's the only way we're going to get information and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Pimpkin, are you nearby?
From beside you, I'm probably giving you a little bit of a startle. He's like, yes.
It's okay, just out of character. That's really creepy. He's just following us.
I know, right?
Invisible.
Mm-hmm.
What's he? We don't. What is he doing?
Stalking, creeping. All right, Pimpkin,
what do
how
you-
long can you keep up this invisibility?
It lasts for 1 hour. Then I have to go recast it again.
All right, get yourself safe, recast. Seems like we have things covered here for a bit.
Do I? Are you staying here for the night? Should we try and get away?
No, we don't know where we're going, Pimpkin. It's too dangerous unless you know a way out of the forest.
Didn't he talk about a path?
He did. You want to go ahead and scout it out after you recast and let us know? We'll have time.
I'm not a scouter. I don't know what to look for. I don't
You're
usually go in the
invisible.
woods.
look for anything. No one can see you.
But
So
if I go out there in the woods and I get lost, what then? I
stay
hate
on the
being
path.
out here.
Could we maybe? How hard would it be to have Pimpkin take my robe, pretend to be asleep, and then I can go out and sneak around and scout? Can you cast invisibility onto myself, Pimpkin?
I can cast invisibility on anybody, but I can only do one person, myself included. So if I'm gonna make you invisible, then I'll have to be uninvisible.
What do you guys think?
Can you cast this quietly?
No.
I whisper, I
That's
think
off.
we should just go along with the flow and see what happens with Brave.
I can make illusions. I can also make sounds and stuff. Maybe that'll draw them away.
Worth a shot. What kind of illusions can you make? Illusions of us sleeping?
I can make an image of an object that lasts for 1 minute, and let's see. It has to be no bigger than a 5-foot cube.
Pumpkin, you're not giving us much here, bud.
I'm doing the best I can.
I'm almost tempted to have you cast those things out of your hands at the guards.
One of the guards like looks up at the whisper conversation because Pimpkin got a little loud, but then he like looks back away at his buddy. They're like playing some sort of game.
Okay, Pumpkins, follow the path and see how far it goes and where it leads, and come back.
But
You're invisible, Pimpkin. Nothing's gonna see you.
the forest. I don't.
Pimpkin, listen to me.
Okay.
Kural's the best in stealth that we have. You're right now better than he is. Go.
Okay. I'll go. And you can hear little foot pads leading away, and then they come back. He's like, "How do I?" Never mind. And he leaves again.
Hopefully, we don't really know.
Could just pretend he's just sitting behind us, invisible.
Because right now he's curled up right next to Kimley.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pimpkin goes off and does something.
All right,
Yes,
let's hope
all
that
we
works.
can do now is go to
Is
sleep.
wait, rest.
We should still take shifts though as well to ensure they don't do anything to us while we're asleep.
Do anything to us.
Yes, I'd like to be awake when they murder me.
So
In
you
case they
take
tie us up
Like
or
steal your
cage us
shoes or something.
so you take your naps and short rests, and you
Yeah.
like do watches. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see how long Pimpkin is away for, even if he makes it back. Let's see. Oh boy, that's interesting. Okay.
Oh, we just sent Pimpkin to his death.
I don't that's it. He's just died. Shit.
Where's my Beware the Smiling DM shirt?
Yeah.
He's actually cackling. This is better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scared now.
So you guys wait, and you wait. The night grows long, and it's boring as fuck. You're just sitting there, being watched by these two people. You can hear conversation coming from the campfire, muted, low conversation of the rest of the Outriders. Jaya has left for the night. He seems to have gone into a tent. You can see a bit of a light in there for a while, and then it goes out. People start retiring to their beds, and some come out and replace the patrols on the edge of the forest. And about 5 hours later-ish, you hear, not too far away, a massive roar and a crash in the forest. You can hear another roar and then a high-pitched squeal that you all recognize. It's like, ah!
God damn
He
it,
did good,
Pumpkin.
man. No, he
Just
did
took
good. And then for his last roll, he got a nat 1.
Oh.
um, and suddenly, boy. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, a massive roar and a crash and some more crashing and another bit of squealing. Ah! Ah! And it's coming closer and it's coming closer. The roaring through the underbrush. And then from nearby, you're looking in that direction and you see burst from the trees and the underbrush a short figure in a purple robe and an actual legit wizard hat, and he's not invisible, and he's running towards the camp as fast as he can. And he's like, monster, monster, ah! He's running towards you guys, and everybody in the camp is up and like looking around like, what the hell is going on? And then right next to one of the guards, a giant beast comes bursting forth. It's got long claws on the front. It's got long feathers coming from its paws. It walks on all fours, and it has the face of an owl. It looks like a bear.
What?
And it just crashes
Great.
down.
Pumpkins.
And it crashes down on the poor unfortunate guard that was patrolling that area, and the guy like holds up his arms like, ah, and the owlbear just crashes into him. Yeah, so let's get everybody to roll initiative as this goes tits
Oh.
up in dramatic fashion. Remember to select your
Token.
Yeah. I'm gonna clear the initiatives here real quick. Go.
Wrong with
I don't like this.
Which one is initiative again?
mine?
It's
middle
beside
top?
armor class and speed.
Right in the middle.
Go get him, wounded Kimley.
Yeah. Lead the way.
Okay, but it's not just you guys, so but Pimpkin over here. Doink.
I'm the only one that has a weapon.
Set this up real quick. Okay, so Pimpkin, we roll initiative for him as well. Because he's running the fuck away. And then we have our lovely Outriders. So there are a lot
Guys
of
go for the
them, but a
monster.
lot of them aren't prepared. So
I'll go for the Outriders.
I'm just gonna roll one initiative and have them work as a group. So Outriders at 17. Okay, so Kimberly, yes, you definitely go first. The guards that are in front of you are like distracted from their game, and they look up over their shoulder at the raging beast that comes flying out of the forest and mauls one of their friends. What do you do?
I don't know.
Kimley, our weapons.
Can I do a perception check to see if I see our weapons?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Roll good for me.
9. I mean, you know generally where it is. Yeah, it's towards the center of camp. Kind of on this side of it. But there's a bunch of people that started to run around in that direction. By the way, this is where it looks like. Does that work? Here it is. Here's an owlbear.
Okay, I can
guy.
take it with my fists.
I'm sure.
It will squash you.
Oh, I probably did roll initiative for the owlbear too. There you go.
I literally don't know what to do here. I help get everybody up, so I guess we're not trampled by it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We need to get to our weapons.
It's not really an action.
We don't.
Dorn
Yeah,
is-
no, I say head for the weapons.
Okay. Yeah. So with your movement speed, you can get there if you dash. You won't have an action, but you can get there.
Okay.
We're gonna do this a little theater of the mind style. I don't have a map for this encounter specifically, so we're gonna play it by ear. Do a little bit different. So imagine the bag of weapons between you and the encampment proper, about 60 70 feet away. So with a dash, you Kimley dashes up past the stunned guards to the bag of equipment, and I assume that you just like grab it.
Yeah.
Ready to haul it back? Okay. Dalen, it's your turn. What do you do?
I do that. I cast spiritual weapon. How do I put the text up?
You click on the spell, and then it'll ask you for what level you want to cast it at, and then you click on the level. Okay. You did it twice, but okay.
It didn't give me an option to pick what level. It's only a second level spell.
Yeah, you can cast it at a higher level though, but it's okay. It showed up. So where do you cast it?
At the owlbear.
Okay. It's about 60 feet away. So are you able to cast it 60 feet away?
I believe so. Let me get to the spell.
It says 60 feet on the.
It does. You're right.
Yeah, 60
Okay.
feet.
Yeah. So the 20 counts. So go ahead and click on the damage. That is definitely a hit. For 10 force damage. All right. So this spiritual weapon appears bright and luminous in the darkness. What does it look like?
It's just a massive purple flaming
Sword? Okay. Yeah. So this purple flaming sword appears. It flies across the intervening space and slashes into the owlbear's shoulder. It roars in pain and looks in your direction. All right, Pimpkin's turn. He's going to continue dashing towards camp. That's going to be his turn. His arms are like beating furiously. He's yelling. He's like, "Owlbear! Owlbear! Ah! Help!" And that's about all he does. Now it's the Outrider's turn. The two guards don't know what to do at this point, so I think I'm gonna have them do a saving throw here. I want to see what they're gonna do. It's going to be a wisdom saving throw, and if they get a 12 or better, they're gonna try and focus on guarding you guys, and if they get 11 or lower, they're gonna try and kill this owlbear. Okay, so they forget about you guys for the time being, and they run towards the encampment. They grab some bows off of some racks. They grab a handful of arrows, and they look like they're getting ready to do stuff. That seems to be what the camp in general is doing. Everybody is gearing up, getting the bows, their daggers, their scimitars. They don't attack or anything this round. So, Doran, it's your turn.
How far is the owlbear from me?
About 60 feet.
And how far am I from Kinley?
About 60 feet.
All right, I start moving towards Kinley to head her off to get the weapons. Quicker.
Okay. Yeah. So you use your action to move and dash.
Yep.
So you're pretty close. You don't have quite as good movement speed. Okay, now it's the owlbear's turn. So it finished.
Bye, Dalen.
It
for the
It finished mauling the guard over there. The guard is groaning, lying on the ground, bloodied, with claw marks on its arms. And the owlbear looks towards the encampment and gives a shrill, roaring hoot. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. I don't know. It's a roaring hoot, and comes charging towards the encampment. And it's only got 30 movement speed, so it's going to use its entire movement speed to move. That's its turn. Let's get some music. Here we go. That's better. Ural, your turn.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights on it.
Okay, and what is that?
creates up to 4 torch-sized lights around it.
Okay.
So basically, it's gonna light them up, keep them lit, because it's still nighttime, right?
Mm-hmm. That is good. Okay, yeah. So, what do these lights look like?
They're gonna be kind of a dark, not a dark, but like, yeah, we'll say like a kind of a dark green light that surrounds him, keeping him kind of dancing around him. Looks like little floating flame balls.
Okay. Little floating flame balls appear out of midair next to Kyorl. They swirl around his fingertips for a bit, and then they fly towards the owlbear. Owlbear rears back in surprise, but they don't seem to do any damage. Do you do anything with your movement speed?
No, I'll stay where I am for now.
Okay. All right, Kimberly, back up to you. You're at the bag. You could either move it or grab your weapon. It's pretty heavy.
I'm gonna grab my bow and aim for the owl.
Okay, the owlbear. Yep. Fire it up. For a 15, that is not good enough, sadly. You
God damn it.
knock your arrow to the bow, you pull back, and you let it go. Thwop. And the arrow flies through the air, and it hits it, but it seems to not even notice or care. The arrow's just poking out of it. Dalen, your turn.
Ooh, that's a nice mess.
Spiritual weapon smashes into it, but again, its hide is too thick and it doesn't seem to notice. What else are you gonna do? Because that's a bonus action to use spiritual weapon.
Is it a bonus action? It didn't say it was.
It is. Yep. The spiritual weapon can be moved and can attack using a bonus action. So as long as you don't, I don't even think it needs concentration, so you could do other stuff.
If moving, no, I'm gonna stay put and kind of hunker down and prepare for any kind of attack that might stop.
Okay. So are you holding your action or?
Yes.
Okay, and what's the trigger for your held action?
If he attacks me, I guess I'll go hand to hand.
Okay, you don't want to cast like Sacred Flame or anything?
Oh, I can cast both of them. Well, yeah, I'll cast Sacred.
Yeah, Spiritual Weapon is a one and done. You cast it and you use your bonus action to use it. Okay, DC 13 Dex save. What does he get? He gets a 9, so he takes 3 radiant damage as the Sacred Flame from your divine streaks down from the heavens and smashes right into his side. All right, it's Pimpkin's turn. He uses the rest of his movement speed to run up to the rest of you that are huddled, and he's like, what do we do? What do we do?
Kill it.
You fight, Pimpkin. Fight.
Fight. Okay, I can do this. And then what does he do? He casts Firebolt at the owlbear, and it doesn't hit. So he holds up a small hand. He makes a little whirling gesture and then points at the owlbear. A streak of fire leaps from his fingertips towards the owlbear. It splashes against its hide. Doesn't do any damage at all. Now it's the Outrider's turn. So a couple of them are gonna charge up to the owlbear and try to slash them with their short sword. Let's see what they do. That's a miss. And that is also a miss. So they try to slash the owlbear. They don't get through its thick hide. Its giant paws bat them away. A couple more are going to attack with a longbow. That's a hit. For 6. Another one. That is a miss. Man, owlbear's got some arrows sticking out of him now. It doesn't seem to care. Okay. The others are gathering their gear, and Jaya comes out of the flap of his tent. He's like, "What's going on?" Ah! And he's running to get his own stuff. Goran, your turn. you can get to the bag and get your equipment, and still
Cool.
have movement.
How
left
far
over.
away from the? How far am I away from the owlbear?
You're probably 30 or 40 feet.
Okay, and I'm closer to the bag, so I can go to the bag and get my weapons.
Yep.
All right, I go and grab my crossbow and my axes, throw my axes on my hip, and take a shot with my crossbow.
Okay.
As soon as I find
We're 7. Sadly, that does not hit. This time, the
course
crossbow
not.
does a twang. The bolt goes flying over the head of the owlbear out into the darkness. Now it's the owlbear's turn. So the owlbear, seeing the 2 people in front of him, rears back on his hind legs. Goes and swipes at him with his claws. For 21, that is a hit. For
Ouch.
7 slashing damage. Let's see. Seven slashing. Okay. And he rakes the arms and the side of the outrider, who cries out in pain, and then the owlbear crashes forward on his front legs and darts his head forward with surprising speed to bite him with a sharp beak. And that is also a hit. For 13 piercing damage. The beak tears out the guy's throat. He clutches at his neck and gargles as blood pours down his front, and he collapses in front of the owlbear. Dead. Kyorl, your turn. Owlbear is savaging the outriders.
Yeah, I see that. I rush to where our weapons are, grab my short bow,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take a shot with it.
Okay.
Is that enough?
Yes. Roll for damage.
Roll for damage. Let's go. Let's go.
For 4 piercing. All right. You do some
right.
damage.
We're making.
Yep.
Well, I pull back in the short bow, let
Chip it away.
loose. It flies, striking him.
Yep.
We'll have shish kebab tonight.
It's got arrows poking out of him all over the place, and your short bow arrow manages to find a thinner place in its hide, sticks in. All right, Kimberly, your turn again.
What does ensnare and strike do again?
Does it have a description on the sheet?
it's a root.
It's a what, sorry?
It's a root. It roots them in place.
Okay, no. Let's just go with the good old bow again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. While restrained by the spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns, so it does more damage.
Okay, I'm gonna go to ensnare and strike.
Okay.
Do it. Get it that way.
Cast it up.
At what level is it to?
It should be in your spells tab in there somewhere. It should be at the
What's-
proper level.
Okay.
Okay. Concentration up to 1 minute, so you can't cast any other spell that requires concentration. Next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before it ends, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact, and the target must succeed in a strength saving throw or be restrained. Okay, so this is a bonus action, which means you also take your normal action, so go ahead and fire your bow.
Great.
A large or larger creature has advantage on the saving throw, which it is a large creature.
I'm clicking my bow action, but it's not shooting for some reason. There we go. Oh, no, that's a miss,
An
isn't it?
11. Yes, it is a miss, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah. So you cast a spell. You're concentrating on it. You can feel the power of nature going through your arms towards your bow. You fire your arrow. It has thorny vines sprouting from it as it flies through the air, but it goes over top of the owlbear, unfortunately. Dalen, your turn.
Sacred Flame and then Spirit.
Okay. Liquid Flame, DC 13 dex save. which it does not save, so it takes 8 damage as fires from heaven come down and burn its thick hide. Then spiritual weapon for 16. Yes, that hits. Roll for damage. For 5 force damage. All right, pretty good round. Decent amount of damage. All right, good deal. Pimpkin's turn. He looks around. He sees people are dying. He's like, we gotta kill this thing quickly. And fires magic missile at the monster. It's 3, right? 3 darts. Yep. So I gotta do this 3 times. So he does 13 points of damage to the owlbear as these glowing pricks of purplish light fling from his hands, fly across the battlefield, and strike the owlbear in the side. Owlbear's looking a little messed up. It's the Outrider's turn. Oh, they will go.
Finish them.
What's up?
I just telling them to finish them.
The last melee guy misses, much to his chagrin, and the 2 guys with bows are going to shoot. Pew, pew, and one of them hits for 3. No, Owlbear's still not dead. Thorin, it's your turn.
Damn it, Owlbear.
Can I get to him?
Yes, you can get to him.
I charge in with every bit of dwarven anger, screaming, and raise up both axes and go in the hit.
For 14, unfortunately, not a hit.
Oh, I bounce off of him. Okay.
One-handed, so I think you can use a bonus action to do your second attack.
Yep. Exactly.
Sadly, you run up. The owlbear rears back. Your first attack looks like it's gonna hit, but then its paw like bats your battle axe away. The second one, you plunge into its hide, but its thick fur and hide doesn't deal it any damage. So now it's the owlbear's turn, and I think he's gonna continue savaging the scout that's been trying to stab him this entire time. So he his head darts forward, attempting to rip the guy's throat out. He gets an 18, which is a hit, and does 14 points of damage to the guy. Ouch.
Nice knowing you.
Not quite dead, but that was a big hit. And then his claws are gonna swipe at the same guy, and that does it. Another one bites the dust. Outriders are getting fucked up. So the beak darts forward, gives a big gash in the guy's shoulder, and then the claw just like bam hits him on the chest and crushes him into the dirt, and he runs on you, Doran. Yoral, your turn. You can see that Doran, a small dwarf compared to this owlbear, is the only one in his attack radius, so
We gotta kill it. Roll good.
Oh, no pressure at all.
let's go, Kyorl.
Horn, quick, before you go, tell me one thing about yourself.
What was your mother's name?
What is your mother's name? I pull out my short well, I still have the short bow out, pull back on it, let loose.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
It's a hit.
4, okay. And I'm pretty sure you have sneak attack, right? Because you have a friendly in melee range.
I do, yeah.
Okay, roll your sneak attack damage.
I'm clicking it, it's not doing anything.
Make sure you're clicking it from the global attack and not your inventory. That's what I was doing.
I'm clicking like where right underneath where all our weapons are.
No, if you go above that, it's just one above that, and it should have it listed as well.
Like it says global damage modifier. Do I have to have
Yeah.
the check marked?
I don't know. Let's see. Girl. Let's take a look here real quick.
Yeah. I might have to have a check mark. Can I do my attack maybe?
Sneak attack. I just clicked it. Did it do anything? No. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Maybe it has to be checked. Then I do my attack.
Well, here, easier way to do it. We don't do that. Don't do that. Damage is 2d6 right now. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right, there you go. I just added a new weapon that you can just click on that. I'm gonna roll it. There you go. Oh, the sneak. Whoa, the sneak just did show up. But then also the sneak attack. Okay.
Oh, yeah. So I must have to have it check marked whenever I.
Oh, whenever you
it.
do your actual damage. Yep, that is it. You're correct. Okay. Or you can just use the weapon as well. We'll also do it either way. Because you don't always want to sneak attack. Anyways, either way, how do you kill this owlbear?
Well, I let loose with the arrow, aiming directly for the jugular. It powers through, piercing directly in the center with the arrow coming out the back, just the tip, and the feather is sticking out the front of its neck as blood squirts everywhere as it falls over onto Dorn.
It doesn't fall onto Doran, no. But yes, your arrow flies true. It strikes it in the neck. It finds an exposed spot just as it was rearing back to bear down on Doran and probably pummel him into the ground. You manage to slay the creature. It slumps down into the dirt, gives a hooting groan, and lies still. Okay, we're out of initiative. Good job, guys. So Pimkin is like, come on, let's go. We can do it. Now's the time. If we're going, we're going.
Are any of the Outriders wounded and still alive?
The guard that initially got pounced on is groaning and rolling around. Yeah.
I walk up to him and cast Cure Wounds.
Pimkin, it's like, no, Dalen, what are you doing? Let's go.
Pimkin, what else did you see out there other than this owlbear? What happened? You can't just go running blind into the night if those things are out there.
Come on, are we going or not? We don't have time to talk.
Why are you in such a hurry to leave this place, Pimkin?
He's like, because if we're going, we have to go now. The guards are still distracted.
Do you know the way out of the forest?
I followed it for a while, yeah. I didn't follow it all the way.
Then no. Stay.
Pimkin,
What?
did you lead this owlbear here to distract them?
That's funny to me. It's like, no, of course I didn't. This giant monster came out of the woods and tried to eat me.
Then we should stay if there's more things out there.
Some of the Outriders are like calling for medical aid on some of the dead people who are clearly dead. And Jaya is shouting orders at them. You've seemingly been forgotten, but if you guys are gonna stay, then what do you guys do?
I think we should stay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
I
should
think
help.
we should stay, and I still go over and cure that dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should tend to the wounded.
So he had like claw marks on his back. He was bleeding profusely, and as you heal him, he's like, oh, thank you. That feels much better. He's still pretty badly wounded, but yeah.
You're welcome, my.
Gia, he says, what happened? What? How did this thing get into our encampment? And some of the Outlanders look in you guys' direction. And Jaya, he looks over at you guys and he starts walking over to you like, oh, you done fucked up style.
I just
Would you
say to him
believe it was our
before.
puppy?
It was the puppy. Before you say anything, we helped and we killed it. So don't look to us for responsibility for this.
He's on his way over. He's not there yet. If there's anything you guys want to do.
I shout it at him.
Oh, okay.
Hey, wasn't our
And
fault.
have you met my corgi
Nothing to
friend?
do with us.
Have they seen Pimpkin yet a lot, or they just heard a lot of screaming and running around?
I think they kind of sort of saw something running from the woods. They certainly heard him. And I think at this particular point in time, he's trying to hide behind Kimley's legs.
Pimpkin, can you make yourself invisible again?
It's like, no, I can't. I used it. That's it
Fine.
for me. Don't let him take me. And he's like clutching Kimley's legs and like trying to hide behind them. You know, he isn't
I
gnome
kind of
after
try
all.
and shoo him off.
Shoo
No,
off.
bad. Skish him with the water bottle. Bad.
Bad puppy.
Poor Pimpkin. He's like, no, wait. And Jaya comes over. He's like, what is the meaning of this? What happened? I heard you had something to do with this. And he like looks at the group of you because he didn't get anything more specific than that.
Okay,
We
I
did.
say again then. It's nothing to do with us. We helped kill it. And we helped people, so don't look to us for responsibility.
We could have left you to fight this by yourselves. We chose to stay and defend. We could have easily slipped out.
He scowls. Give me a persuade check. At advantage because Kimley is helping you. So. Well, he's not fully convinced, but he's like, maybe sort of kind of buying into it. And he's like, and who is this? And he, gestures down to, Pimpkin, who is kind of like trying to make himself small. Now that you've shooed him out from behind you, he can't hide behind you anymore, Kimley. He's like, hi, and he waves his hand a little bit. He's like, who are you? Why are you in our camp?
This is our friend Pimpkin.
And Pimpkin's like, yes, nice to meet you, sir. My name's Pimpkin, and I'm a gnome, as you can see, a sorcerer.
Too much information, Pimpkin. Shh. Put my hand over his mouth.
He's like, and I'm going to get your hand off my lap. And Jaya's
He
like,
helped also. That's true.
uh,
Without him, we would not have been able to defeat the beast as well.
and Jaya's like, without him, we wouldn't have had the beast attack us to begin with. What happened? And Pimpkin is like, well, it's me. I can't. And he like
Okay, I removed my hand.
bats your hand off his mouth. It's like, I was, and he's like twiddling his fingers and looking around. Like he's like, okay. So I noticed you guys in the woods, and I made myself invisible and followed along here. And I asked these guys if they wanted to escape, and I could help them escape. And then they said that we had to check out the path that headed out of here first. And I went and did that, and I got a little turned around. And then on my way back, I ran into this that thing, and he points at the owlbear. And it tried to eat me, and I ran in here. And yeah. And Jaya
Okay,
is
Pimpkin.
just looking at him like, what the fuck?
So yeah, that's his story.
That's about it. We were just sitting here.
I mean, when I say friend, I use that term very loosely. We don't really know him that well.
Aw, Pimpkin. Man, he's looking at you guys like, so betrayed right now.
There, Pimpkin.
I-
I tap
what?
him on the shoulder.
What would you rather have I stayed out there gotten eaten? Out
I just
there?
looked at him. You did well, Pimpkin. Now shush.
Like, thank you. At least somebody recognizes. Not my fault. And he like sulks and kicks at the ground. And Jaya looks at him and he looks at you guys. And he heaves a big sigh. He's like, all right. All right. Clearly, it wasn't intentional. I don't think anybody would have angered an owlbear intentionally. And clearly, and he looks down at Pimpkin, you're not used to being out here in the woods. And he looks at the rest of you. He's like, do you see now why we captured you guys? It's for your own good, as much as it was for our own good.
Captured. I thought we were brought here as guests.
Well,
Literally was going to say that. Captured.
let's call a spade
That's
a
not-
spade.
I look at them
Make
and
it
say,
a
don't worry
spade.
about that now. Now it's time for honesty. We've stayed, we've helped you. What's
Bear
going on in
Fox
these
one's at
woods?
my
You
door.
clearly have been here for a while guarding these woods, and now you tell me you've never seen an owlbear, you've never seen these centipedes. What is actually going on?
Listen,
No more of this. We have to wait for Bree.
I wish I could tell you. I really do. Bree is the one that's out looking into it. She said she was going to head towards Coalfell. She hasn't come back yet.
She's by herself?
He nods. He's like, she has a way with the woods. You'll see when she comes here. She
How
could.
do you know she's coming back?
I don't, but I trust in her abilities. She's been here for longer than any of us. In fact, she's the founder of this group. What's that perception check?
You telling
for?
the truth?
Well, that would be insight.
I'm sorry.
You think so? Generally. Hard to tell with any certainty, but he seems to be forthcoming.
All right, fair enough. You've been honest.
So what do we
shall
do now then?
It's like, I don't know. I don't have any desire to keep you here against your will anymore. I have dead to take care of. You can come or go as you please. I know Bree would like to have a conversation with you, but if you want to go, you can go. And he gestures over his shoulder at the path that he mentioned earlier. Like, the way to Coalfell is that way, though. I certainly can't guarantee your safety these days.
Would you be willing to escort us?
No, not until Bree comes back.
Did she go off
How
in
long
that
did he
direction?
say?
He
Right,
nods.
sorry.
He's like, yes, that's the way to Coalfell. Or at least it was. Before whatever happened.
How long did he say again he thought she would be?
Oh, maybe a day or
A
two.
day or two?
Yeah. You're welcome to stay with us
I
if you
say we
want.
wait and speak to this Bree. We can use them to help us get out of here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I agree too.
I don't believe you have anything to fear from me.
Like, now if you excuse me, we have to take care of our dead. He turns around and walks away unless any of you interrupt him.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Your
So
thing.
he walks away, and that night, the Outlanders busy themselves. They build shallow graves for their compatriots, and they bury them with stone cairns on top, somewhere in the clearing. They do carve up the owlbear for meat and supplies. I mean, you might as well. It's right there, right? You know. And you're left to your own devices. What do you guys do? Pimpkin is like nervously looking around. He's like, I'm sorry I brought it here. I didn't know where else to go. I didn't have much of a chance to do anything. It just
It's
Have any of
okay,
you heard of this
Pimpkin.
Bree? Have any of you heard of any of these folks of the wood?
yeah. Give me a nature check. Let's see if anybody knows about Bree. Ooh.
I know I don't.
Your role in particular, it's pretty obscure, but you think you've heard rumors of a druid of some sort living in the woods. Might be who they're referring to. You don't know though.
That certainly would make sense.
Did you see anything else when you were out there, Pimpkin?
Yeah, okay. He sits down and he puts his fist to his forehead. He's like, think. What did I see? Think. Okay, gotta. Okay. Let's see. So, I went along the path for a while, and kind of like the other one, it petered out after a bit, right? And I thought I could keep going in the same direction, be okay. And I think I was for a while, but then I started getting to a spot where
It was really creepy. It was really dark, and there was a bunch of webs and stuff like hanging up in the trees and in the bushes and stuff. And I swear I saw another one of those centipede thingies. And that's when I decided to head back. And well, you know what happened then. I got turned around. I'm thankful I even got this close to the camp.
Okay, so there's no clear path then. It fades out.
Yeah, it kind of like the other one. I mean, maybe on the other side it'll come back again. I don't know. I didn't go too much further because the centipedes. I really, those
That's
things give me
fine,
the creeps.
Pumpkin. You did good-ish.
Did good.
Good-ish. You couldn't just leave it alone. You had to qualify it.
Pumpkin. Shh. Adults talking now.
I just look at him. I go, Pimkin,
What? Yeah.
you fight well, my friend.
Oh, thank you. I don't use an axe or anything, but I feel. Yeah, I don't know.
I just look at the others and down at him again. I say, if it wasn't for you, we would not have survived the centipede. So thank you.
Yeah, well, and he brushes off his shoulders. Like, I do what I can. Help out my pals. So we're gonna, hang out here for Bree?
Yeah, we need to speak to her. We can't go very well fighting another nest of centipedes, and God knows what else is out there. We need her. We need her to lead us through this. Or at least find out what's happening.
You know, she's like, that's probably smartest. I don't like waiting, though. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like hanging out here waiting.
Yeah, but you can't help her dead. I understand.
That's true. I'd be pretty bad if Dora found me in the afterlife by myself. She'd make fun of me to no end.
We can't have that.
No, we cannot.
So just stay put and please try to stay out of trouble.
All right.
Hey,
All
good
right.
boy.
So what do the rest of you do? Do you have anything you want to talk about, or you just let the night pass?
Are we going to set up watch again, guys, or do we trust them enough?
I think we're beyond that now.
Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we should help them
Brothers and sisters
fix
in
their
arms.
perimeter.
Yep, let's help them spin up their camp and
Mhm.
do our part here.
Okay.
We
Okay.
destroyed and cost the lives of a few.
So you spend the night camping out. You help out where you can, though the Outlanders in particular are just a reclusive bunch. It's not that they mistrust you per se. It's just in their nature. They've been living out here. You get some stories from some of the individuals. They kind of warmed up to you a little bit now that you've helped them slay the Owlbear. And they're mourning their losses, but they tell you that's the kind of thing that happens out here sometimes. The Owlbear is a ferocious beast, but there are far more deadly creatures in these forests. One of them tells you a story of a giant spider that can go invisible and show up behind you to pounce on you and inject you with its deadly paralyzing venom. Then it'll drag you back into one of its tree lairs, and its children will feast on you. They tell you how this used to be a pleasant forest, but lately something's gotten the wildlife all riled up, especially the aggressive ones. And they warm up to you a little bit, though, in their own way. Because they've been out here for a long time, years even. They tell you a little bit about Bree and how she's like a master tracker. She knows these woods inside and out and has been here for longer than any of them. And Bree is very concerned about what is going on. Is there anything in particular that you want to ask him?
Ask them if any of them have any thoughts on what could be happening in the forest.
Yeah, I mean, to a man, they all shake their heads. They have no idea. They know that something magical in nature probably happened. They are that aware of the workings of magic to know that that's unexpected. But more than that, they know what you know. They're as much at a loss as you guys are, though they're a bit more informed because, of course, they've been here for longer and they know the ways of the woods.
And any idea what has happened with the path, what could have caused that?
No, No, none of them are mages or sorcerers. None of them know anything about magic, really.
Well, I guess that's it.
Can't think of
Yeah. Do the rest of you have anything you want to ask or talk about or do?
Nope.
I'm just gonna try and get my full 8 so I can get my spells back.
Yep. Yeah. So if you don't have anything else you want to do, the night passes uneventfully-ish, I suppose. And in the morning, you wake up and the birds are chirping, and you get your full 8, so you get your spells back and your health back and everything. Okay.
Sit around the fire, just eating breakfast now.
Yeah. Yeah. And you
Eating
can.
our rations.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jaya. What's that?
Oh, I was gonna have a little conversation with Doran.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So Doran, the academy. What brought you to want to join the academy?
That's a tale for another time. I'm sorry, we don't have enough time here.
We don't have time to spit words while we eat.
No. Let's just say
So
my
much
mission is
power,
not
Will.
far from yours. Old.
All right, that's all I got then. I just sit down and eat my supper, eat my breakfast, feeling rejected.
Aw. Yeah. And Pimkin looks between the two of you and just like raises an eyebrow and is like, ugh, grumpy. And he continues eating his food. And sometime an hour or two later, as you're getting around and getting ready for the day, you hear a commotion on one side. And you see, as you look over in that direction, one of the guards talking to another individual. And slightly later, somebody walks out of the woods in that direction. She's tall. She has pointed ears. She looks very regal, though her skin looks kind of chestnut in hue. Her clothes are odd. They're not made of leathers. In fact, they look like they're made of tree branches and leaves that are covering her. And short on her heels comes a giant wolf of some sort, panting and clawing along behind her. And she walks with grace towards the encampment. And Jaya has a conversation with her and looks in your direction and points. And she looks in your direction as well, and you can see her eyes are a solid brownish color, and she nods. She has long, also chestnut colored hair, and she begins making her way over to you guys with Jaya next to her. The giant wolf goes over to a bone that was offered to it from last night's kill and starts gnawing on it. And she raises an eyebrow as she approaches and she says, "Ah, we have visitors. Welcome. Things are strange indeed in the forest of late." And she says, "I am Bree Riverfall, caretaker of this forest, though it has been plagued by some problems as of late." And she looks around. And I hear we had some issues last night.
That we did, Bree. What did you find out in the forest? We're just trying to make our way through.
Many things, and many things that are not good, and some that are likely of concern to you four. I believe you have come to pass towards the town of Colfell, have you not? And at this, Pimkin looks up. He's like, "Yes, you have news of Colfell?" And she nods slowly. She's like, "Indeed, I have been out that way and further."
What news do
Okay.
you bring?
She says, "The town, well, I do not know what caused it, but it seems to be deserted. Not a single person there. It is odd, as far as towns go. You people seem to not give up your town so easily, and yet there it is, sitting, without a single person inside."
Completely
Hmm.
empty.
Indeed.
How can you
that
be
is
sure
troubling.
it's deserted and that just nobody's been hurt?
Well, to be fair, I didn't spend much time there. My concern lies mostly in this forest, though. I was interested to see how the people were faring now that the paths have changed so suddenly. It seems the town has been cut off, and for what purpose I do not know, but there's nobody in the town that I saw. I made my way back here quickly.
I kind of
You've
look at
clearly been-
Pumpkin and put my hand on his shoulder.
You've clearly been in this forest for a long time. What do you think has caused this, and when did it start?
A couple weeks back, some foul magic. We are still investigating the source of this magic. Perhaps, and she looks at each of you. Would you like to render your aid? Pimkin immediately.
What do you have in mind?
Pimkin is looking down at the ground. He looks like. Pimkin says, "No, we need to go to the town. I need to find my wife."
But nobody's at the
Pumpkin.
town.
Pimkin will find her.
Somebody has to be there. I can't believe there's nobody. My wife, where? You didn't see her?
And Bree shakes her head. She says, "I saw nobody."
Well, it appears that we have the same objective to find out what's going on.
She nods. She's like, "Well then, I will tell you all I know next time." All right, guys. That's gonna do
Nice.
it for us today, I think.
Oh, cool.
So that was fun. Hope you guys had fun.
That was
Yes.
good, yeah.
As always.
Awesome.
Yeah, great stuff, guys.
I was not
Yeah.
expecting an owlbear this early, but thank you.
I had faith that wouldn't maul you guys to death too badly.
Thank God for the fodder in front of us.
Yeah, you know.
How many hit points does that thing have?
Has 60 HP.
Yeah, so I figured it was
Yeah,
over
and
50.
16 AC. So it's a little hard to hit
Yeah.
for you guys. Cool, guys.
I was trying, I couldn't get to it. I figured I'd be the only one that even had a chance.
I was a little concerned when you ran up there and you were the only one left in melee range. Boy, that next turn
Yeah,
it
I
would have
was like,
taken would have been
no.
bad. But you know what? You did it. You did it. I'm proud of you. You did good. Okay, guys, let's talk about goals here real quick. Okay. Ural. Let's see. Learn one thing about each party member. I don't think you worked on it.
What? I learned that
tried.
Pimpkin
Tried.
goes invisible.
That's true. Okay. All right. So you worked on it again.
For me alone. Someone wouldn't talk to me.
And he
Draws.
tried.
All right. So that's your level times 50 of XP for that. And then I don't think you worked on the other two. Doran, find out what the F is up with the forest. I think you worked on that, so that's your level times 50. And then find more information about Pimpkin. Do you believe you accomplished that?
Not really. Just kind of befriend them a little bit. The only thing I found out was that he can go invisible too, but
Okay.
it wasn't really a need for.
Yeah. So I think you worked on it though. I mean, you did talk to him. You were nice to him. So your level times 50 for XP for that. And then Kimberly, make a better friend of Doran. I don't.
No.
Okay. Find your way out of the forest. I think you worked on that. So your level times 50. And then find out why the forest grew so quickly. You also worked on that one. So your level times 50. Okay. Dalen, check out what's going on with the forest. Worked on it. Your level times 50. Make a better friend of Kimberly. I don't think much was happening in that department.
No.
Okay. And then be less suspicious of everybody. Are you less
Nothing
suspicious of everybody?
Not yet.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
can
Outriders
I,
are
imagine.
making
I
me really
think it was
nervous.
worked on. I think it was a big
Yeah.
step for him to go with them, no questions asked.
Mhm.
He didn't really put up much of a fight.
And he also went
So
over
I
and
think
healed
it's
that
kind
guy.
of.
I
He went
would
and healed that guy as well.
Thanks, Curly.
I would almost say that that's accomplished because yeah, you did heal that guy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, so you're what level?
You're coming around,
Yep.
Colin.
You're level 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you get a 300 XP for that one. and we'll get you a new one next time. All right, dudes, let's do some shout outs.
We get experience for the fight.
Yeah, I'll get to you on that one. Get you on that one.
All right.
300.
All right, dudes, Meptech, lead us off. Do it.
Yo, Meptech here. Hello at nature.com/Meptech. Playing all kinds of games, typically RPGs. Been doing actually some shooters lately. I got off my Overwatch game but picked up Paladins the other day, so I'm actually loving that. So check us out there and on Twitter, Meptech Gaming, and Instagram at meptech.gaming.
Awesome. All right, Curly, your turn.
I'm Curly Dino. You can find me on Mixer, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all under Curly. I play a variety of games from Siege, Minecraft, Sims 4 now, apparently, Overwatch, Realm, everything.
Heck yeah. All right, Firebug, do it up.
I'm Firebug. You can find me here on Mixer at Firebug and Twitter and Instagram at the Firebug. And I am a variety multiplayer character, a multiplayer game player streamer.
Hell yeah. All right, and last but certainly not
Really
least,
mouthful.
Mystic Mike.
What's up, everyone? Mystic Mike here. You can find me on Mixer, Mystic Mike. I play mostly lately a lot of Minecraft and a lot of Uno.
The whole
Awesome.
The old.
All right, guys and gals, that's going to be a wrap for me tonight and for us. We'll be back next Saturday
Wait.
with the next episode. I'm your Dungeon Master, Captain Wilhelm. I am here on Mixer, YouTube, and Twitter. So check us out next Saturday if you're interested in the continuation of this story. The VOD will be up on YouTube today sometime. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out. We'll catch you next time. See you later, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Later.